Looks very good. Looks very good. But I like him. He's a very good. This kind of humble, quiet guys, but brilliant.
Yeah. Well, so what was the genesis of Night in
Old Mexico?
In Old Mexico.
It all started. I was the first movie that I shot was called Paperbirds was screened in LA, and after that I met some producers. They gave me the script. I read the script and I loved it. So the next step was the meeting with Bobby.
And how did that go? How did you talk him into doing the film, or was it just he had read the script?
He always loved this script. He always wanted to be.
Hey, this is
Michael Bird. Real pleasure.
Where you from?
Houston, Texas.
Houston. Hey, all my friends are coming in from Houston today. Crazy guys in the oil business. Maybe you guys will get Johnny Football for your quarterback next year.
Okay.
You need somebody kind of with that team.
Listen, they were going over to the quarterback's house and harassing him during the season. You probably know about that. But it was crazy. The gentleman that was the quarterback for the Texans, one game went so bad that people were showing up on his front lawn and protesting him, and the police had to come and which that's not really fair.
European soccer.
Yeah. He was asking how everything started, and since when did you want to play?
Oh, for years. Just one time, and then Dennis Hopper was going to direct it. Then a French guy was going to direct it. He disappeared. I don't know whatever happened. And then we forgot about it. And then Emilio came with the lady from Korea to my farm in Virginia. We talked about it, and I didn't think much about it. I didn't think it seemed kind of cursed, and then suddenly it was a reality. After many years. 23 over 23 days of waiting, and then 23 days to shoot it is all. In fact, I think Whitler first started 35 years ago, way back.
So this is a script that had been around, and probably a lot of other people were interested in it.
Big time, yeah, they had been around, but he tweaked it and tweaked it and tweaked it, and it got better and better and better until this last edit was much better, and then it was now or never.
Why is it so
hard? If we
hard?
hadn't done it now, it would have never been done.
Why is it so hard to get a really good script like that even made? It's just,
I don't know.
So tell me a little bit about how you approach that character. I mean, you're doing the bird calls. It's hard for you to get in and out of the car without noise.
No, I just jumped into it. It's just something I always wanted to do. It was almost like he was a descendant of those guys in Lonesome Dove. And Whitler wrote that from the book, and then it was the original script he wrote, Bill Whitler. So it was something I always wanted to do, something I could do, and was ready to do when it happened. Yeah.
When you guys are shooting the film, tell me a little bit about the atmosphere on the set.
Well, it was work.
A lot of work, but good vibes, good energy.
Yeah, it's good. Sometimes it gets edgy, but it's all for the reason to make it better. It was, there was always each day had surprises and enthusiasm and joy.
But you have to understand, 23 days to shoot the movie.
That's a tight schedule.
You have to move.
How many setups are you doing a day?
Plenty.
I can't remember, but a lot. But everybody was in the same key. Everybody was ready, and this is I think that the day that we did the most takes was 4 takes, 5 takes.
Yeah, we've done a lot of takes. No, you get it quite well. A very good first AD, Aubrey, whatever his last name.
Alcala.
Yeah, he's very good at helping keep things focused, not being negative. It was
First assistant
good energy, good energy. And the people of Brownsville, remember the first week or whatever, they threw a big brunch for us with all the Mexican food and all the tortillas and all the things. It was really nice. So the town was in back of us, Because initially we were supposed to do it in New Mexico. Suddenly it was in Texas, which not good rebates.
Right. What happened with New Mexico, just you lost the
Well,
location?
no, they figured, I wasn't in on that, but I figured Brownsville, they said, come, we'll do it here. And at first I said, well, what is that? Then it was a blessing, really,
Yeah,
to be able to do it in Texas, but on this lower budget.
There was another option that was to shoot certain scenes here in Austin and in Brownsville, but finally we decided.
Right.
Yeah.
Better the whole thing there.
Right. When we visited Brownsville, and we met the people from the major and people from the film council, and they were so helpful in everything. And I think that looking back, we wouldn't have done this movie in another place. As good as we did it in Brownsville.
Were all the locations close together? Did you also shoot in Mexico?
No, couldn't. I don't want to go to Mexico. That Matamoros, that's very dangerous over there. One restaurant moved over to the American side, wonderful Mexican, because of the youth gangs holding them up, and so I didn't even want to go across the river. That was where that Marine was in jail for four months down there.
Right. Yeah. What were some of the logistics of shooting?
The logistics?
Yes.
We did almost 80% of the movie in the city. We had like about 10 blocks or 15 blocks, and they were like our backlog. I mean, we were moving from street to street, and thanks to the two ADs that were brilliant, we could manage. We were lucky also with the weather because we only had a couple of days that rained.
A hurricane almost, but diverted, almost came in.
Yeah, and you can imagine shooting in Brownsville in August, indoor, without air conditioning.
Sure, you got to turn the sound off.
We had people, a couple of people from the crew fainted because of the temperature, but anyway, everybody was very focused.
But yet at night there was a breeze that came in from the Gulf, so it wasn't as hot as other parts of Texas. Yeah, the Rio Grande Valley is very nice. I enjoyed it there a lot.
Now, are you working on a project in Houston, or upcoming in Houston?
No.
Oh.
No, I have a lot of friends in Houston. No, I'm working on something with the Texas Rangers. I want to get going. Project
Would that shoot in the Austin area, or?
I have two ranches west of San Antonio. Mrs. Laura Berry has said we could film on it, but no, it's easier to raise $100 million than $5. It's hard to raise money.
Well, I'm familiar with some of the films that you've directed. We're Not the Jet Set, Angela, My Love, Assassination Tango. Would you also be directing this Texas Rangers film?
Yes.
And starring in it?
Yes, and my wife would play a lady Texas Ranger. There's only 3. But she grew up riding horseback in northern Argentina. We went shooting the other day. She got 6 bullseyes at 100 yards and 5 out of 6 at 300 yards. And she's gotten very good after 1 year with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I mean, if we do this, it plays the late. And these Rangers are great guys. They're coming in with Joaquin Jackson, the great. Where are you from?
I'm from Houston.
Do you know Joaquin Jackson, the great Ranger? He's coming in, and
they'll
be there tomorrow. They'll be there tomorrow. And Rooster McConaughey, Matthew McConaughey's brother, Rooster McConaughey, is coming in with 8 people, his family, and all these people I know. And Hank Whitman is the head of the Rangers. Terrific guy. He's coming in, and they love it. They love the movie. They've seen it. They love it. In fact, Danny Davis first went to the border with his brother, 13, to these whorehouses, So they're coming in, and he got a copy. He said, I want to call the director. He said, no, you can't do that because you're not supposed to have this deal. He wanted to send you a message to Spain. He has a screening. He's built a definitive bachelor's pad in Houston with 3 bars and a screening room, and he showed this for all these people. Go nuts over the movie. Yeah, and because he knows it. He knows that it's a Texas movie. So all my friends are coming in tomorrow. I had to tell some not to come because you can only have so many tickets. Yeah.
Right. You mentioned Matthew McConaughey, and there's certainly been a renaissance as far as where his career has gone in the last couple of years. It's just
you saw the movie.
Yeah,
great in the movie.
Amazing. Yeah,
brilliant. You say, where was this guy? Where's this guy been?
Right.
Yeah,
I'd like to ask you about some of the directors you've worked with, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Well, you've worked with who I think are the two best action directors in American cinema, Sam Peckinpah and Tony Scott.
Interesting.
Do you feel that way, or?
Yeah, but I don't think they were geared so much for performance as they were for action, yeah. Like Coppola was action more, and Billy Bob Thornton, maybe more with actors, like this film was. But Peckinpah, yeah, it's been a while. And then who was the other one?
Tony Scott. You were in
Tony
Days
Scott.
of Thunder.
He was more action. Yeah. Whatever happened? They committed suicide. What was that? They never know, huh? Nice guy. I didn't know Tony that well, but he was a nice guy. Yeah.
When you're on a film like that, and there is a lot of action, it obviously takes more time for the setups.
Yeah, well, they had 3 months to shoot that thing.
Mm-hmm.
That thing I did with the Days of Thunder, yeah. That was him, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The Days of Thunder, yeah. Yeah, it's okay. I prefer this kind of movie, but action's okay.
Well, and you mentioned Billy Bob Thornton. Jane Mansfield's Car is a great film.
You like it?
I love that film. It's
but you didn't get a good theatrical release.
I know. You see a film like that, and it's just like, why am I watching that?
Billy Bob let the thing fall down, or what? I mean, he's a very gifted guy. I call him the Hillbilly Orson Welles.
Mm-hmm.
I said he put Tennessee Williams in the back seat, at least temporarily. I mean, he's a very, very talented guy. I just did a movie with Downey Jr. Billy's in that. Billy's a very good actor too. You know.
No, which one is this one you're talking about?
The Judge.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, there we had 60 days to shoot. I mean, all the money in the world. But, here you're limited. But sometimes there's small films. I like smaller films a lot of the time, because it comes more close to me.
There were so many layers going on in Jane Mansfield's Car.
Yeah.
And then, your character has this interest in the old auto wrecks.
Yeah.
And it's almost like he has this forensic...
Billy's dad was really like, he'd go look at wrecks and get it transfixed. If this guy had you going that way, he'd turn left and he wouldn't be dead. His father took him to wrecks as a kid. And the mother was a seer, a clairvoyant, and Billy's a character, I said to his 6-year-old daughter, tell your daddy don't put any more tattoos on. He's got tattoos all over the place. He's a one of a kind.
I know back in the early 80s he played in a ZZ Top cover band called Tres Hombres. He used to live out in Tom Hall,
he's into
Texas.
music, Billy. He's country, sings country music. I once said to him, you sing as good as Lefty Fazelian. Nobody sang any better than Lefty Fazelian. Merle Haggard was his idol, Lefty Fazelian. But no, Billy, he's a real deal. He's a good guy.
Now, you also worked with Robert Altman a couple of times.
Yeah, who was willing to turn it around. Because I worked with a director way back in a film said, when I say action, tense up, God damn it. Can you imagine saying that to Messe in the middle of it? There's a difference between intensity and tenseness. But some of the old directors were like that. But I think now, modern day directors want to turn it around, let it come. And all of them was like that. He wanted to see what you could do. And, I worked with him a couple of times. Yeah. Nice man. He's a talented guy, yeah.
Now, you also worked with George Lucas on his first film, THX.
Yeah, his first film. It's like he'd been doing it 25 years the right way. He used, he did something with the stock. He split the 16 millimeter and did a certain, he was a very innovative guy, Yeah.
That's a film.
More of a mogul now, I guess. Yeah.
You go back and look at his early films, that THX is a film that just never gets old, that whole theme of the dystopian society.
He had done a student film, short film version of that, yeah.
Were you involved in that, or you were just in the feature?
The other one, yeah. Because we did The Rain People with Jimmy Caan and Coppola, and he shot a documentary on it.
Okay,
Lucas,
okay.
Little teeny guy with camera, interesting guy. I don't keep up with those guys too much, but they all live in San Francisco and everything. Yeah.
I have to wrap up.
Sure. Listen, it's been a real pleasure talking to you, and best of luck with this film.
Thank you very much.
I'm also kind of a fan of